Today we're going to be putting this new sprocket on this beautiful bicycle. So some complications of this sprocket are that this is 25 tooth and this one is 28 tooth. So we're going to have to readjust the chain, but don't worry guys, I'm going to show you how to do all of that. So first step, oh actually let's get the ingredientes out of the way first, because you know, can't start without these. So here's a 17 millimeter thing for your Johnny. If you have a different size one, get like a 19 or whatever size yours is. We have 2 chain breakers because chain breakers tend to break. Get it? Alright, and then we have some Allen keys. This should be like a 6 and a 5. You might need both of those. You might only need one. You might not need them at all. So actually you'll definitely need them. But the first step is to remove the back wheel. At this point, you're gonna have a loose Johnny right here. That's fine, leave him there. So, right now, you have to take off the cranks and put in the new sprocket. So I think they're like weird 2-piece cranks. Depending on what you have, this may be different. You might have to loosen them on both sides. I only have to loosen it on one. So yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna get a rope mallet. We are back in business, so we're just gonna hammer that off. And these are the Odyssey Thunderbolts, so they have these weird little Jonathans that go right here. Don't lose this. They're really expensive actually, like way too expensive, more than they should be. Put that right there. Oh, don't lose that. Come on. Okay, now we have this. So there's this little, my sprocket is bolt drive. So you see that little bolt right there? Just gonna loosen that guy up and then put the new sprocket in. Oh my gosh. Alright. Now this, in theory, should just slide off. Nice. So maybe put a bearing in there, turn that into a fidget spinner. Saw some video about that the other day. Alright, so time for some unbox therapy right here. As you can see, this pristine Madeira Signet. So basically what you're gonna do, take the new one, slide it down on in, and then if it's a bolt drive sprocket, it's gonna have places where you can put in this bolt right here, this little Jonathan. So that screws in, and then tighten it up, and that's what's gonna keep your sprocket from moving around on your cranks. So you want this to be pretty well tightened. Alright, so once you feel that it's good, it's not moving around or anything, feels secure, you can go ahead and put it back on the bike. Make sure, like this fell, so make sure everything when you put it back on is in the same place. So you're going to want to have this, that's why it's a guard sprocket guys. You're going to want to have this closest to the crank, and then the next thing, if you have any spacers that were in this before between your sprocket and the bottom bracket, then you put those in. So this is mine, goes right there. And then we just have to slide it back in. Alright, so you might remember from last time I was talking about this little spider web thing that goes on there on the cranks. But before we put that on, we're going to put the other bearing spacer thing in, like that. And then this one, put it down in there. Actually, you know what? It's better to put it on first, and then to put your crank on over it. Bad. Okay, so now that that is in place, I can just slide this on at my leisure. Then we just tighten that back up, and then we're done with the sprocket section of this job. Now, what we have to worry about is the chain fitting. So we tried this on, and you can see I could do it, but it's a bit of a stretch. So we're gonna have to take this chain off and remove a link or two. So that is not gonna be fun, but you know, in the long haul, might be worth it. Might save me some time later. So we're just gonna take a link off this. I already have a video on how to break your chain, so I'll put a card into that. But for this one, we're just gonna time lapse it, since I will assume you know how to do this. Okay, so it took us a pretty decent amount of time, but we finally got the chain fixed up and on there. So now all that's left is to tighten up the back wheel. All right, thank you for watching. We got this all done. Smash the MF like button and subscribe if you're new. And the Instagrams will be in the description if you want to follow us on Instagram. So, okay, bye.